Hello everyone. Today again in this video we are going to discuss few more important questions which will be very beneficial for your upcoming examinations like Bank of Maharashtra AFO and the IUPS AFO. Okay, so directly we are going to start the question. See, first question is Honey Mission was launched in the year 2013, 2017, 2014, 2015 and 2016. Okay. See, actually, this mission, Honey Mission, was launched in the year 2017 in the line of this our Prime Minister's call for Sweet Revolution. KVYC, what do KVIC means? Khadi and Village Industries Commission provides beekeepers practical training about the examination of honeybee colonies, identification and management of bee enemies and disease, honey extraction, wax purification, etc. Okay, this KVIC being this is the nodal agency of Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, provides loan for setting up units of processing, packaging and labeling units for the honey. Okay, then this is some important points regarding the Honey Mission. Okay, and see, honey is a minor forest produce under the Scheduled Tribes and other Tribal Forest Dwellers Act 2006. This was few important points regarding the honey. Now, when you talk about the World Honey Day, then see, UN General Assembly this proclaimed 20 May as a World Bee Day. 20 May as a World Bee Day in 2017. But first observance of World Bee Day was in 20 May 2018. Means 20 May is now celebrated as a World Bee Day. When if you talk about the production of honeybee, this bee honey production, you see this data. See, this is the last 5-year production of honey. Okay, it is in metric ton. You see the production of honey in 2016-17 was 94,500 metric ton. In 2017-18 it is 1,05,000 metric ton. In 2018-19 it is 120 metric ton, 1,20,000 metric ton. In 1920 it was 1,25,000 metric ton. And 2020-21 it is 1,25,000 metric ton. Okay, this was few important points regarding the honey production. Now, what is the ratio of test cross in case of monohybrid? See, in this time in RRB also one question was asked from the genetic sections regarding the homozygosity. So I've given one question from the genetic sections in which the question is it is asked about the test cross ratio in case of monohybrid cross. Then it is 2.1%, 1.1%, 3.1%. 1:2:1%, or 9:3:1, not percent. Okay, it is the ratio. Okay, now let's talk. See, what do you mean by monohybrid? Monohybrid means here we will study the character of one, means we will study of only one character. Suppose we are taking that character as the height of the plant. Height of the plant. Height of the plant, it may be tall, okay, and it may be dwarf. Okay, this is pure dwarf and this is pure tall. Now, but question is asked about the test cross. See, if you see, if you take pure tall and crossing with the pure dwarf, then its gamete will be capital T and its gamete is small t. Then this will give capital T, small t. This is phenotype is tall only, but it will be impure tall. Okay. Now this is F1 progeny. This is F1 progeny, F1 generation. Now see, if F1 progeny is crossed with either of the parents, either dominant parents or either recessive parents, then that will be known as back cross. What will be known? Back cross. Okay. Now back cross is of two types. One is test cross and another is out cross. When F1 is crossed with dominant parents means, if you see dominant parents means I'm talking about the capital T and capital T is crossed, capital T is crossed with the capital T, small t, F1 progeny, then that will be known as out cross. Okay. when F1 is crossed with the recessive parents, this one capital small t and small t, then that will be known as test cross. Now this is a test. You have understood the meaning of a test cross and out cross, but and the ratio is asked about the test cross only. Then we'll do the test cross. See, let's do the test cross. See, now capital T small t into small t small t. Here two type of gamete will form, capital T small t, and here only one type. Okay, then you can see, take two gamete, capital T small t and small t, capital T small t, small t small t, means two genotypes, capital T capital small t and small t small t. Two genotypes are formed, means test cross ratio is 1:1. Okay, then in the case of monohybrid cross, the test ratio is 1:1. Okay. Next is interaction between wasp species and fig trees is termed as. I included these questions because this time also in RWSO one question I told you previously also that please try to study the environmental science also or ecology portions, because questions may be asked from that portion, and this time in the examination the question was asked regarding the competitions. Okay, what is competition? It is the interaction between organism in which presence of one organism lowers the fitness of other organism, means in that case both will have negative interaction, means both will be harmed. Okay, but here it is examples are given that of the wasp species and fig trees, and their interaction is known as protocooperation, mutualism, competition, predation, and commensalism. Okay, then a right answer to is mutualism. What is mutualism? Interaction between two species in which both the species are benefited, and it is an obligatory relationship. Obligatory relationship means they will be both the organism will be only benefited when both lives together, that is obligatory relationships. In case of protocooperation also both organisms are benefited, but this is not an obligatory relationships, means they need not to live together forever. Okay, say then wasp species and fig trees is the example of mutualism, in which wasp species used to pollinate the fig trees and fig tree is to provide the shelter for the wasp species. And regarding competition, you know, both will be minus and minus. The right answer is mutualism. Now next question is regarding from the fisheries department. You have seen in case of NABARD also two questions was asked from the fisheries. Okay, so I have included this one question from the fisheries also, and the question is Clarius batrachus is the state fish of UP, Bihar, Kerala, West Bengal, or none? Okay, this Clarius batrachus, that common name is magur, is the state fish of. Then it is the state fish of Bihar. Okay, like this, if you talk about the this Masir, that is the Masir is the state fish of. This is common name. Masir is the state fish of Odisha. When you talk about this Hilsa Sard, that is the Hilsa. This is the state fish of West Bengal. Then likewise, you should remember the state fish of different states. Okay. Then this Magur is the state fish of Bihar. Now next question is World Bamboo Day is celebrated on 16 September, 18 October, 16th October, 22 April, okay, or none. Means options are, what are the options? 16 September, 18 September, 16 October, 22 April, or none. And question is asked regarding the Bamboo Day. Then if you talk about the Bamboo Day, the Bamboo Day is celebrated on World Bamboo Day is celebrated on 18th September. What happens on 16 September? World Ozone Day is celebrated on 16 September. World Bamboo Day on 18 September and World Ozone Day on 16 September. What happens on 16 October? World Food Day is celebrated. And what happens on 22 April? It is World, this in 22 April, Earth Day is celebrated. Okay, but question is asked regarding the World Bamboo Day, then it is celebrated on 18th September. Next question. Origin of Bombay Mori is India, China, Japan, South America, and or Africa. Okay. Then if you talk about the Bombay Mori, that is mulberry silkworm. Okay, and its origin is China. Its origin is China. If you talk about like a tropical tassar, that is Antheria mylitta, that is that's origin is India. Okay. Now, if you talk about the oak tassar silkworm, then that is also origin in China only. Okay. When you talk about the Antheria Yamamai, that is origin in Japan. Okay, but the origin of mulberry silkworm, that is Bombyx mori, is China. Okay. Now, next question is from the soil erosion. Okay, in soil erosion, if you see, question is what is the depth of gully in depth of a small gully resulted from the gully erosion in meter. Okay, when this real erosion persists, it gives result. It gives rise to gully erosion. Okay, and in that gully erosion, various depth gully are formed. Then in that they are classified into G1, G2, G3, G4. Very small gully means G1, small gully G2, and medium gully G3, and deep and narrow, that is G4. Then depth, when you talk about the small gully, means they are asking about the G2. Then the depth of small gully is 1 to 3 meter. Okay, 3 to 9 is the depth of medium gully, that is G3. Okay. Next question. Which of the following agroclimatic zone have lowest salt affected area? The question is asked about the lowest salt affected area. Okay, not the highest. Then Gujarat Plains Hills region, Eastern Plateau Hills region, Upper Gangetic Plains, Island region, Lower Gangetic Plains. Okay, then if it lowest salt affected area, if you are talking, then in which agroclimatic zone the lowest salt affected area, this agroclimatic zone is Eastern Plateau and Hills region, and after that which one? West Coast Plains and Hills region. After Eastern Plateau, lowest is West Coast Plains and Hills region. If you talk about the highest salt affected area, is soils are present in Gujarat Plains and Hills region, followed by East Coast Plains and Hills region, and after that Upper Gangetic Plain. Okay, the right answer is Eastern Plateau and Hills region. What is the value of SAR in case of this for SAR value for the medium sodium hazard, that is class S2 of irrigation water? Okay, the sodium hazard of the irrigation water is generally expressed in SAR. Okay, SAR. Okay, and these are classified into S1, S2, S3, S4. Miss S1 means low sodium hazard. That's value is 0 to 10. Miss after that, when you talk about the S2, that is medium sodium hazard, and that value will be SAR value will be 10 to 18. When you talk about this 18 to 26, then greater than 26, this is for S3 and S4. These are not unsatisfactory for most of the crops. They are not used by the crops. Okay. Which of the following fertilizer is of residual nature? Then if you talk about the residual or basic nature, then every fertilizer, some fertilizer are of basic nature, means after the consumption basic residual is left in the soil. Like if you talk about DCP or sodium nitrate, they leave the basic residual in the soil. I mean, talk about the acid, there are many fertilizers which have acidic residual. And the question is asked, which is in the out of these 5 options, which has acidic residual? Anhydrous ammonia, ammonium chloride, urea, ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate. Okay, then this, if you see these questions, then anhydrous ammonia, ammonium chloride, urea, ammonium sulfate, and ammonium nitrate all have acidic residual. All have acidic residual. Okay, then as the options are not given here of all, but all have means all 5 options have acidic residual. Okay. Now, see, out of these 5, which has highest acidic real, then this is anhydrous ammonia and followed by the ammonium chloride. Okay. Okay. Is it clear to all? See, again, we'll make another video. If there is demand from your side also that you want questions from this subject or this section, then please do comment in the this comment box so that we can make the questions according to your needs. Okay. Thank you. See you in next video.